Boxing Voice here at the Robert Garcia Boxing Academy in San Antonio, Texas, doing a little prospect watch with young up-and-comer Eddie the Hunter Ortiz out of San Antonio, Texas. You got an extensive amateur career. You were a national champion, and you even make the Olympic trials. And now you went pro as of a couple of weeks ago in a successful fashion knockout in the first round in El Paso. How do you feel now that you're past the amateurs at the highest level, and now you're going pro and chasing your dream?
Finally, just the number one word. Finally got to do it. It was a long time. Being patient was kind of hard. I was kind of getting frustrated, and having to wait. Winning the nationals in January of 2015, and then having to wait all the way to the trials in December, and not making any money in between that time, and just kind of waiting and sitting on the shelf. It was getting kind of frustrating, and I just wanted to turn pro. I kept telling my dad, I just wanted to do it, but they decided to keep me, patient and help me with that. And now I'm happy that we're finally here, though. Got the win, and I'm happy.
And not a lot of people know about the frustrations in the amateur systems like how you're describing. And even one of your former teammates, Hector Denojada, initial goals was to go to the tryout for the Olympics, and instead he signed with Robert Garcia and went pro. So, going with that, was that kind of sway your decision, seeing that your teammate went, took that route and is now, with Golden Boy and being pushed, or is it just that you just want to get on with this professional career?
Yeah, for Hector. For Hector Jr., he's like a little brother to me, so I'm happy for him. And when he made the decision, I told him that I'd back him up regardless of what he chose. So with that, he's doing good now. He's got 5 wins, 3 knockouts, and they're pushing him pretty good, and he's looking good, so I'm happy for him. But for me, it was more about I kind of want to, do it the right way. And now that I'm pro, I wanted to turn pro a few years back, but now that I'm finally here, I'm just a fighter. I let my management and, my team, my trainer, Carlos Hernandez, my dad, Javier Ortiz, I let them decide all that for me. And I just love to fight, man. So wherever they tell me to fight, whenever, whoever, I'll do it.
All right, and you are being looked at by some promoters as of now, as possibly being signed. And you do got a powerful manager in Lester Bedford and world-class trainer Carlos Hernandez. So with that said, how do you feel now that you got that first win out of the way, and now that it's full steam ahead? What are the talks?
Well, as far as promotion goes, we're just kind of still playing the field, letting everything kind of settle in, get a couple wins, get that bigger. I don't want to sell myself short, so we're looking to get more wins in the record and kind of pad that up to get that bigger contract. But as far as my management goes, it's actually Brian Raditz, and then Lester helps us. Yeah, he pushes us, markets us, everything like that. So, I got a great team, and as long as we can do it on our own for as long as we can, we'll do that because we call our own shots, and we like to do that because there's a lot of BS in the business. So, it's good to do it that way.
Well, I don't know if you've noticed, the Hispanic fighters, these typically don't get into the 160, 168 region like yourself. But recently we've seen Jose Benavidez do it. We've seen Gilberto Ramirez do it. And they're making a big splash. And you're a marketable kid. Do you think you could fall along the same lines, being from a fight town like San Antonio and, having all the goods as far as marketability and the weight class we're not used to seeing Hispanic fighters fight at?
Yeah, of course. San Antonio in itself is it's a big fight town. Everybody loves to fight around here, whether it be boxing, whatever, any kind of contact. We love football, all of it. But being here from San Antonio, being Hispanic and, being a Latino, it helps definitely. And being a bigger weight class even helps even more. But I don't want to fall along the same line as Jose Benavidez or Gilberto Ramirez. They have their own thing going. I just want to be Eddie Ortiz, man. So as long as I can do that and promote my own name and my own brand, then that's what we're going to do.
All right, now you're teamed up with Carlos Hernandez, and now you're going into pro ranks. What's that transition like? Do you feel the difference? What's the difference between going, you were a high-level amateur, but now here you are, no headgear, 10-ounce gloves, and pursuing the ranks? What's the difference?
Definitely a big difference. I'm learning how to sit down on my punches a lot more and turning with my shoulders, a big thing Carlos is on, and we're hitting with a lot more power. And, I was doing the amateurs without headgear, so it wasn't really a big deal. But the gloves, you could feel everything. So with that being said, we worked on a lot of defense, a lot of different things, and it's going wonderful. I've gotten as far as I did in the amateurs pretty much with Tony Ayala Sr., who passed away, RIP. But when he passed away, it was just me and my dad and my other trainer, Luis Bermea, and we were just kind of in the game, just doing it ourselves and finding our own sparring, everything like that. So now that I have somebody to actually teach me different ways of doing things, I mean, it took my level of the skill even higher, and I can't be thankful enough for Carlos for that.
Well, you seem to have everything in place to, starting off in a really good way as far as pro career. And you're tall, you're big, you're at a big weight class, so Southpaw. So, that's another stylistic thing that people are going to look at. But from you, or do you like to box? Do you like to brawl? Or are you a boxer puncher? People are going to want to know, how do you fight if they haven't seen, you fight yet?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say it's a boxer or a puncher or a brawler or anything like that. I just like to fight smart. As smart as I can. So whatever my opponent gives me, as long as I'm able to adapt to it, that's what I like to do. I don't like to consider myself a boxer or a brawler, inside fighter, outside fighter, just an intellectual fighter. That's what I consider myself.
All right, a lot of people are anticipating this. You going pro along with Hector Tanajara in this area. We really don't see that level that too often. So what are people going to see? What do they expect, man? Come from you to whoever wants to know.
To expect to see from me wins. Wins. However I got to get them. If you don't like it, I don't really care. But, I'm going to win, and that's where it's at, and I want to get to a world championship level, and that's pretty much it, man. I'm not going to say I'm going to sit here and bang it out with everybody, because that's not the truth. I want to tell the people the truth. You get a lot of people that BS around here. We have a big discussion about it with Golden Boy and all that. No disrespect to Golden Boy, but so I want to give the people the truth, and I just want to win, man. I just want to win and bring back championships to San Antonio, man. Definitely.
Yeah, well, that's working for Gilberto Ramirez. He's a strict boxer, but yeah, hey, good luck, and we're definitely gonna be catching up, and we'll definitely be there when you get that phone call and it all goes down. All right, Ross, I'm out.